Coaster Motor. My name is Tommy. Today is Monday, October 3rd, 2022. And I'm here at Universal Orlando Resort, just outside the gates of Islands of Adventure. Gonna do Islands of Adventure and Studios today, starting at Islands of Adventure. So, alright, let's go. Adventure begins. First attraction is Poseidon's Fury. It's a walk-through attraction. Very impressive looking queue. This has been closed since it was closed for my last visit, so now I get to do it. Oh yeah, I can really feel the air cool down as you move in. The AC alone is incredible. Just got done with it. I want to say it took around 15-20 minutes to do the whole attraction, guided tour type deal, walkthrough, whatever you want to call it. It was very cool. It's extremely interesting set design in there. You kind of get a little bit of vibe from the outside and a little bit of the inside I was able to show. No pictures, video allowed in there, so couldn't really show you that. But lots of special effects, water effects, flame effects, projection effects, air effects, you know, very extensive. I really enjoyed it a lot. Only 35-minute wait. We just jumped up to 40 minutes. No big deal though.
The metal detection. Make sure to empty any beverages into the sink before placing it in the locker.
Every aspect of the animal's physical condition, ophthalmological, dental, respiratory, and cardiovascular, is kept under close and constant monitoring.
Got on row 11, second row from the back, 12 rows total. Just a great ride, I missed it. This was last year in February. I could ride this thing a million times over. You're just flying out of your seat constantly. Love this. Now for the river adventure ride. It's a 20-minute wait. Just about to board. Maybe a 10-minute wait.
Is now good to load.
Always worth the ride. Only gets you a little bit wet, not too much. Kind of surprised this ride was still open as normal because I know the hurricane ripped apart some of the external structure of the show building, but it didn't seem to affect the ride in any way that I could tell. I mean, a couple effects weren't working, but some of that's just kind of normal wear and tear. For lunch, we'll be eating here at Confisco's, right next to the park entrance. All seated. A nice little vibe in here. I like it. For my entree, I just got the sweet and sour sticky ribs. It's got a nice smell of soy to it. See, it's a Filipino-inspired flavor. Ribs are delicious. Definitely more of like a soy-type flavoring. And I think these are like grits underneath here, which mixes really well with the sauce of the ribs. And now we are going to exit Islands and go into Studios. Now we are entering into Studios. They got all their decorations out for Halloween Horror Nights, which I may be going to 2 nights from now, maybe 3 nights from now. Not 100% certain on that, but we shall see. Going straight to Diagon Alley for some butterbeer.
Andy Love, you're in Diagon Alley.
Went with Frozen because it's such a warm day, even though cold is my favorite. Now Harry Potter and the Escape from Gringotts. About a 45-minute wait. It's a very impressive looking room. Looks almost exactly like it does in the movie. There's tons of animatronics in here.
We check for intruders about once every 10 years.
Wait time is definitely more like 35 minutes rather than the 45s, although now it has gone up to 60. Honestly, the ride gets a little bit less impressive with each re-ride. That was my third time ever on it, I believe. Still pretty good ride. 35 is about just the right amount of wait time for it. I don't know if I would wait like an hour for it again like I have previously. Now we're going to do the horror makeup show. Did this last February and I absolutely loved it, and going to do it again because it's definitely the horror season. All seated. Show is just about to start. Yeah, I love this show. It's extremely repeatable. It was a different cast this time than the previous time I had done the show. And they rotate the audience plans, it sounds like. You know, it's a little bit different jokes, a little more topical humor, which of course is always going to vary, and a little bit of improv as well. So highly recommend this. Now we're going to do E.T., what I would consider, well, basically the ride of my youth. The only ride that is still here from way back when. Very retro. I just love this foresty queue. It's got a very distinct smell to it. Did a great job with this area. Very interesting ride vehicles. They're kind of shaped like a bicycle seat. And you're suspended below this track. Feels like you're flying, just like in the movie. Yeah, it's still a great ride. Basically acts as a sequel to the film. There's a portion at the end of the ride where E.T. says your name because you enter your name onto a card that you speak to a team member in. You know, they enter it on for you, I should say. Then E.T. is supposed to say your name at the end, but he did not say my name this time. He didn't say my name last time either, so that's kind of a bummer because that was always kind of a little detail like about the ride growing up, but oh well. Gotta hurry up and get on the Mummy. It just reopened from being on delay, and it's the shortest line I've seen it all day. Couldn't do this last trip because it was closed for extensive refurbishment, but now I get to finally ride it after a few years.
No way.
Ride's got such a great queue. Very dark and creepy. Very Egyptian looking. It's about to get on, not even a 10-minute wait. Super lucky. Yeah, I absolutely love this ride still. It's worth the 3-year wait. It's technically in technical rehearsal right now, so I guess it could close at any time, but from my understanding, it's been open almost every day, and I can probably gonna ride it again during Halloween Horror Nights if I can manage it. It's definitely more dark ride than roller coaster than I remember, but it's still a great ride. Tons of special effects, tons of flame effects, animatronics, all sorts of stuff like that. It's a very, very cool ride. Extremely technologically advanced ride. Even though it's, I think it's like 20 years old now or something like that, and it still looks great. Now, Hollywood Rip Ride Rocket. Love this coaster. Hopefully I'll actually get to be able to pick my song this time. It's only a 10-minute wait, so basically nothing. So I did indeed get to pick my own song this time, which was Rollin' by Limp Bizkit. The 10-year-old version of me would be thrilled, and the adult version of me is a little ashamed of myself, but I did what I did. Big disappointment though, that do censor the song, so there's a lot of times where it goes back up while you this track up, which I don't really love, but you know, it's a family park, so what can you say? Still love this ride though. Oh, I rode in the very front row this time, and you can feel the airtime so much better in the front row. This is very much a front row ride, because every time you go up those little, like that big brake run over there, you are just flying out of your seat as you hit that brake run. Now we are exiting studios to finish the night off at Islands. I am in. Now it's time for the Incredible Hulk. Very intense roller coaster. Rode second row from the front this time. I remember last time it was both front row rides. Definitely felt a little more rattly than I remember. I was definitely doing a bit of a head banging between the armrest, I should say shoulder restraint. But still a great ride, very intense. You could just really feel those positive G's all the way through the whole thing. Now I gotta get right in on Spider-Man. One of the best dark rides you'll ever find. Got my 3D glass, I just brought the board. Not even a 15-minute wait. Still a great dark ride. It just reeks of 90s Spider-Man, which to me is the best version of Spider-Man. Now, this is absolutely the biggest disappointment of the trip. This ride is not open today, and I don't know if it will be open at any point during my visit. I'll keep a close eye on. I don't plan to come to the theme park so much again, but if this thing does open up, I'm going to have to try to figure out a way, because this is my 4th visit ever to Islands of Adventure, and it has been closed on every single one of my visits, so at least the work walls are down, which is the first time I've ever seen the work walls down with my own eyes. This ride was completely dry the other day, but looks like they obviously have water running, so who knows? Maybe I will maybe I will manage to get a little bit lucky here or there, but I don't know. Perhaps it just wasn't meant to be. I've been waiting 9 years to ride this thing. Love log flumes. Now, Kong. It's a great ride. It's only a 10-minute wait. I love all the creepy skull stuff in the queue. It's gorgeous. There's supposed to be an animatronic there, though. You can still hear her voice, but she's supposed to be right there. Maybe they're working on her. Just about to to get on the ride vehicle. Nothing too fancy. Another 3D effects ride. I really like this ride a lot. I like it a little bit more each time, especially because I recently saw the Peter Jackson Kong movie from the mid-2000s, I want to say, with Jack Black in it. And I really like that movie a lot. I didn't realize that this ride is based on that movie. A lot of the same creatures are in it. You know, Kong looks the same. He's about the same size as the movie. You know, the way he snaps the jawline of a T-Rex is exactly how he does in the movie. The worm creatures that are on the ride, they're also in the movie, very creepy. But it's a great ride. As far as motion simulator attraction goes, it's, I would say, a home run, especially because the motion sickness stuff is at an absolute minimum. Now, Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey. I kind of enjoy the queue a bit more than the ride, but the ride's still pretty good. It's just showing a 15-minute wait. Okay.
When it flies.
Sort of a requirement. They're models, aren't they? Not more.
Second models. Well, your parents happen to be models, if you recall, Robert.
Anyway, we thought you might be first to
So there you have it. Enchanted benches are really very safe.
Basically walk on. The ride was stuck for a bit right after we got on the side of the restraints, but it was only for like 5 minutes or so. It's a little uncomfortable though because the restraints are a little tight. You can kind of see it just over there. But I don't know, every time I ride this I get a little less motion sick than I did the previous time. So it's a very, very good dark ride. I mean, I say that a lot. All the rides here are pretty damn good, at least the ones that I do ride. And now I've got myself a delicious cold butterbeer, the pop version, my favorite type. Just waiting for the Dark Arts projection show to start. I got a perfect viewing spot and hopefully a night run on Hagrid's immediately afterwards to end out my day.
I knew then this was a different kind of magic. Very dark, very powerful. But until then, I had no idea just how powerful. the darkest of times, if one only remembers to turn on the light.
Had to circle back into Hogsmeade after the show. They do got Death Eaters roaming around, green lights and stuff. A little creepy. Trying to get one last night right on Hagrid's though. So here I go. Looks like they still have not brought back the pre-show. That's a bummer. I would like to see this portion of the ride experience.
I think they might be killing you because of an excess of mental energy. I tried fixing leashes on and taking him for a short walk. You can imagine how that turned out.
Just getting to the station, slightly over a 50-minute wait to end the night. Cannot complain. Yeah, it's basically the absolute perfect night ride and the perfect way to end a very long day. I've been at the park for about 12 hours now, so very, very long day. Nearly an hour wait for this ride, my longest wait of the day. So, I mean, I think this is my third time ever ending my night on a Hagrid's night ride, and I would do it like at least a dozen more times. It's just such a fun way to end. So, I'm gonna go to CityWalk and get some dinner. Very possibly my final time passing underneath this sign this trip. We will see though. Now, this will be my first ever time going up to the second level of CityWalk. All my visits here, I've never ever been to the second level, so just gonna get some food. Yeah, it looks interesting up here. Never been up here before. Got a little Panda Express, Most Southwest, and BK Whopper Bar in there. And over there, Bread Box. You can just see it right there. That's where I'm going. And bend the bow. Interesting, but Bread Box it is. And here's their menu. Alright, got two different sandwiches that I'm splitting. This is the turkey bacon, and this is the Nashville hot. Also, tater tots. Looks gorgeous. I think I would pick the turkey bacon out of the two. The turkey is extremely thick cut and fresh tasting. Nashville hot is not nearly as spicy as I would expect a Nashville hot to be. It still has a fair amount of spice, but I kind of want to burn my mouth off if I'm being honest, but it's still a very tasty sauce. Also, these tater tots, they're like kind of a bit of a different shape. They're very good too. These are honestly probably some of the best tater tots I've ever had. That was an extremely good meal. 10 out of 10. Would definitely return. Honestly, now that I reflect on it more, Nashville hot was still pretty darn spicy, and that turkey sandwich, probably the best deli turkey sandwich I've ever had in my life. It was honestly that good. And that is it for today. Extremely long day. I'm very, very tired. Just gonna head back to the hotel and get some sleep. Tomorrow is gonna be Volcano Bay Day, and the day after that is gonna be Halloween Horror Nights Day, or shall I say night. So just one big long theme park day on the trip, and a water park day, and Halloween Horror Nights, and you know, just a lot of kind of relaxing on this trip. Not as theme park heavy as I usually do, but there's still an extra day left. I mean, who knows, that might change a little bit. I might go to the theme parks tomorrow, and I might get some more rides in before Halloween Horror Nights on the day after tomorrow. So we will see. Gonna head down to the ramp and get out of here. All right. Thank you very much for watching. Goodbye.